Hi guys, so I just want to do a quick disclaimer before I got into my video. This is a collab video, woohoo! I talk about more at the end of my video, but it is with the YouTuber. Her name is Morgan Vogel, and that's what her channel is called as well. So she's going to do a bit of a different look than I am doing, so make sure that after you watch this video, you head over to her video. I'm going to put the link to her account down below in the description box, and that you check her out. So she is my first YouTube friend. We chat and everything like that, and she's the sweetest thing ever. So make sure you check her out, and I think that is it. So stay tuned. I'm about to rewind. All my makeup will be off, and I'll be doing a talk through video about this look that I have here. So make sure that you guys subscribe and let me know what you think. Thanks guys. Hi guys! Thanks for stopping by my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than my previous makeup tutorial videos, and that's because I'm going to talk to you guys while I get ready. So this look is going to be something that I really wanted to be able to take from day to night. So I just wanted something that could work for both and that would be easily transitioned from the day to the night look. So I'm going to dive right in now. I'm going to start by priming my face. These are my two favorite primers. This is what I always use. It's the Benefit Puff Off, and then the Pore Professional by Benefit as well. So I just really like the Puff Off. It's supposed to help obviously with puffiness, but I haven't really found that I have a lot of puffiness per se. I have more of a dark circle issue and creasing. So I did find that this helps with creasing. I forgot it once when I was getting ready at a friend's house, and I wasn't able to use it, and the creasing that night was way worse, even though I said it and I did everything else the same. So it does help with my creasing. This stuff here is my favorite for my large pore areas. So I apply that, just like I say in my videos, just to either side of my nose there, where I have my largest pores. And then also I apply it to my chin. So I have the redness right there, just a little bit of acne, pimple stuff that is really red. It has a definite tint to it, so it's almost like skin color on me. So it does help kind of give it a little bit more of a coverage. And then next I'm going to use this here. It is a sample of the Clinique Stay Matte Oil-Free Makeup. So when I was using this before, I was using it for my makeup for work, and I just really enjoyed it. So anyways, I'm just squirting it out here. I'm just applying it to my hands, and I'm actually going to use my hands to apply it. That's what I was doing with it for work, and it was working really well. So I'm just going to do the same thing. So just smearing it on my hands like this, and I'm just going right in. I'm using my hands to apply that. Just making sure that that's applied everywhere, and it seems like it's good. So I'm going to go in next with the concealers that I always use. These are my favorite. So I have the Naked Skin by Urban Decay in the shade Light, Fair. And then I have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Medium, which is Custard. So I mix these two shades, I've said in previous videos, just because this one's too light and this one's too dark. So that's why I mix the two. So I just kind of apply. It depends on how I look. I work shift work, so I work a lot of nights. So sometimes I have bigger dark circles than normal. Sometimes if I drink a lot of water, they're a little bit better. Sometimes I'm not as good at drinking my water, so they're worse. I'm going to use a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to pounce on those areas. So that's the first layer out there. I'm just a couple spots I want to go in and just add a little bit more too. So right there, and also I try and even it out on the other side. There's not a mark there that I'm trying to cover up, but just kind of keep it even. And then just a little bit more right there. And then I'll just go back in and blend that out just a titch more. Okay, so once that's all blended out perfectly, or as good as you can get it, I'm going to set my under eyes. So this is the Laura Mercier Brightening Setting Powder, and this is what I use to set just my under eyes. And then I use this brush here from Morphe, and it's the M438 brush, and this is what I do. So what I do is I dip my brush in the powder, and I get like a fair amount on, and I do bang off some excess, but that's about as much that's on my brush. And then I go in, like, literally I'm holding both up. My creasing is this bad. I go in, I buff it out just another little bit to make sure that there's no creasing, and then I set it like right away, like very quickly. I don't, like, I would never set this eye without pouncing on it again with the Beauty Blender. It would just set the creases that are there because they happen like that quickly. So just back and forth using those pouncing motions, up and down, not swiping. And then that's set there. So same thing, just going in, getting the product on the brush. And that's what I found that helps with my creasing the best, which again is just really, really bad. So after that, sometimes I'll use this powder to like set the other areas that like I highlighted, but I'm not going to today. I'm just gonna go in with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna set the rest of my face using this powder. So that's everywhere else. So then I'm gonna go in with that actual bronzer. So that's the Hoola bronzer. And I am going to just use that same brush and just kind of swirl it around a bit, knock off that excess, and then just on my cheeks there, just to kind of warm me up a little bit. Looks good. So then that's that. Next up would be my contour. So this is the MAC Shadester, my favorite contour. Just using the side of my brush there, and I'm going to apply that in a little line. Oh, sorry, little line to where I want it, and then I'm just going to buff that out. I want just a very light contour because I'm not going for like a very bold look, since I am starting with the daytime look. I'm going with the other side of the brush, doing the same thing, and then buffing it out. There, excuse me. And then I'm going to grab just that bigger brush here. So I'm going to do more of like a structured forehead contour. So just being a little bit more precise where I apply that. So that's just kind of up by my hairline and then down kind of towards my temples there. Not quite to my temples though. Making sure it's all blended out. So after that, I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. And then I'm going to go in with, oh, there it is, my Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then this is in the color Soft Brown. I'm using this brush by Sephora. Okay, so I'll do one eyebrow here for you guys, and then I'll just do the other one quickly myself. Don't want to watch both. So I like to start with the inner bit right here. Like that, just kind of deciding where I want it. And then going along the bottom, my shape. And then I'm going to go up, because I'm going to give myself just a titch of an arch. And that's just personally like my eyebrow shape that I like. I don't really have an arch, but I do try and like give myself just a little one. Not a big one, because I think that would look, I don't know, I just don't think it would look natural on my face. So just following that shape that I've given myself, keeping the hairs in line. And then just very lightly, I don't even have any product on this side of the brush, I put it all into this side, so that like really helps too, to keep it like not as like, I don't know, if you put too much on, it's harder to like work with, I find. So this just keeps it like very light. So I'm just gonna go back in and just put a touch of product on the end of the brush. Sorry, I'm like talking to like the actual pomade. So then just going in and just feathering it in, just so I get more of like a natural look. So that's the first eyebrow. So that looks good. So I'm just going to do the other eyebrow, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done the other eyebrow, and I'm just going to brush it out. next up, I'm going to move on to the eyeliner, I believe, right? Yes, Leanne. So I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I normally do when I do my eyeliner. I usually do more of a dramatic eye. I'm just going to actually do like a tiny little like cat eye. I don't know, like something, it's just a little different. Oh, sorry. I'm going to see if I can get like up here, sorry, close enough that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. So I always try and use a stabilizing finger, and that just usually is my pinky there. So I'm going to start about midway in and just working very slowly. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do on like the top of my eye. Just something very, very like light and very like not too dramatic, like something that you could wear during the day. And then for out here, let me see how I want to do this. I'm just going to do like very small, like that much, and then carry it in. I still want to keep that like corner sharp and pointy though. Like I definitely don't want it like round. So I'm gonna like pull this out just so I can sharpen it up. So there, just like that, like nothing crazy, just a little kind of cat eye that just kind of adds some like emphasis to your eye. And then actually let me just go up a titch right here, just because I like those lines to be like sharp, right? So that's the one eye there. I'm just gonna do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done my other eye here, so it's just the same kind of cat eye as this one. And then let me see, I'm gonna go in with some mascara. I'm using the Roller Lash by Benefit. So I'm just gonna apply a good coat of mascara to all of my top lashes. That's just the first coat there. Then I'll apply some to this eye. Just gonna go back and add a little bit more. Just a second coat. And then again, just a second coat on this eye over here as well. Okay, so that's my eyes for this look. Next I'm gonna go in and I'm going to add some blush. So I'm using my Morphe palette. This is my favorite palette for blush. I use it all the time. I'm just going to go in and which was the one I wanted? Oh, so just taking some on the brush, tapping off pretty much all that excess there, and then I'm just going to stipple that onto my cheeks very lightly. And I should have enough product for both cheeks. And then double bang off all that excess. And then that's what I'll do to buff that in there. So just a hint of blush, nothing crazy. And then, where is it? And then I'll do some highlight. I'm going to do that high beam, and I'm going to use that technique that I described in a previous video. And that's where I take a dollop of it, put it on the back of my hand, and then smear that around with my finger so it's like that. And then I use that damp micro beauty blender. That's what I dab onto it, and then that's how I apply it to these cheekbones here. So I mentioned in my previous video that I had been taking up my foundation. That's when I was like putting it on here and like dabbing dots and then blending it out from that. For some reason it just like picked up my foundation for what I don't know why. I had only seen one other person talk about it. I thought that maybe I was just the only one, but seems like it's not. So this technique I've used probably like almost 10 times now, and I've never had a problem with it taking up my foundation. So if you're finding that problem, definitely something that I would try. If you don't have the micro beauty blender, obviously you could try a normal beauty blender or a normal makeup sponge if that's what you have. Or you could probably do the same technique of like smoothing it out so it's a thin layer on the back of your hand, and then using the stippling brush. That could potentially work. I think it's just having the thinner layer of it when you're applying it is like maybe the key to it. So just applying that. I want like a pretty decent highlight. I really like this highlight so much. That's why like whenever I use it I'm like bam, big highlight, like woo, as you can see. But it just looks so like in like person, it just looks like so like subtle. Whew. It looks so subtle, so that's why I really like it. And then I'm just going to do same process on the back of my hand for my nose here, because it was taking it up on my nose as well. I'm just applying it to the tip there. There. Nice little nose highlight, because I checked myself out in my display there. Okay, so I'm going to finish the daytime look with this lip here. It's Gerard Cosmetics, and it's Serenity, which is the collab with Manny. So this is just more, to me, more of like a daytime look. If I were to layer lipstick, depends on your work and what you're comfortable with. Feel free to just finish it with a gloss. That would also be good for daytime. But this is what I'm going to do for this daytime look. Okay. So this is the daytime look, just something that you can easily wear out that's like cute enough that maybe a little bit different from your day-to-day look. That would work for Valentine's Day for the day. So for night, what I would suggest would be to add a pair of lashes. I'm not going to do it because it's daytime now and I'm going to go out with this look. I'm going to go to the mall. It always feels like I'm going to the mall these days. But these are the lashes that I would be putting on. But I am going to switch up my lip and show you, and show you what that nighttime lip look would look like. So I'm just going to take this off and I'll be right back and I will apply this. So I just rubbed that last lipstick off with tissue, and I'm going to apply this. So this is the Too Faced Melted Lipstick, and it is in the shade, what do they call it here? Melted Velvet. Melted Velvet. And it's like a really, so when you look at the tube, it looks a little bit more like burgundy. When you put it on, it's like a very beautiful red color. So you have to also be very careful with this lipstick because it is very potent, and you definitely don't want to like smear. So I'm just going to start with my bottom lip here. You can watch. I'm just going to actually move a little bit closer here so you can get a better look. So I'm going to add that lipstick right here. Get the lid already off. Okay. So I finally got that lipstick on. I definitely love the formula of the lipstick. It has a really good smell and it like looks really good when it's on. I just find it like harder to work with. Since the tip is like a velvet tip, it's kind of hard to get like a really like precise and like clean, smooth line. Using, a flat brush just to clean up any areas if you do mess up. That works really, really well, is cleaning up those areas. So this is the final look today. This is, I guess, almost a mixture of the day and night. So if you couldn't choose, you could just change the lip up and not do the lashes. If you're not comfortable with the lashes, then by all means don't use them. But this is what I would add. And then these are also the lashes I mentioned a couple times that are going to be used in my giveaway. So you'll be getting a pack of these. You're going to get sorry, I can't even talk, glue, and then you're also going to get one other thing that I'm going to let everybody know over on Instagram when I go pick it up. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video here, this is a collab video. This is with another YouTuber that I had met. She messaged me, she saw like a message or like a comment I had left on someone's Instagram, and she messaged me and she was like, oh hey, like I'm new to YouTube as well. So we're both like just like kind of starting out there and like getting really like excited about like our YouTube journey. We talk, like we direct message on Instagram, and she's just like the sweetest thing ever. So like I'm so glad that like she like reached out and actually like tried to like start like a friendship. So like it was so exciting. We were both like, we don't have any YouTube friends, and now we do. So her Instagram name is Dwells by the Sea. I will type that below, so make sure you go over to her Instagram and you follow her. Make sure that you also follow her over on YouTube, and her YouTube is Morgan Vogel, and I will also type that below. So she's doing a little bit of a different look than I'm doing, so you'll have two Valentine's Day looks that you can try out. So I think that's everything that I wanted to say. I want to say hi to Morgan. Yay, thank you for doing this with me. It's so exciting, and I think that's everything. So please let me know if you did this look. Like take a picture and tag me if you did Morgan's look. Like let me know, let her know, like let everybody know. Take a photo on Instagram, post it, tag us. And then also let us know below on the video if you want to try it, or if you'd have a Valentine's Day look in a YouTube account that you want us to see, or an Instagram account, then make sure you comment and let us know, because we would love to see anything that you guys do. So I think that's everything. So yeah, thanks for stopping by and checking out my video. And again, make sure you head over to her YouTube account and you check out her video. Thanks, guys.